Hey guys, it's Sierra Salem. How are you guys doing? So I've been reflecting a lot on relationships that I've had over the last, let's say 20 years, because I'm 33. So I give it about from the time that I was a teenager until now. And while you get these, okay, so right, say you're sitting at your desk, you're doing your work, or you're sitting at work, or you're walking down the street, and you get these thoughts, right? Someone from your past pops in your life, someone that you haven't thought about in maybe years, maybe even a memory comes along, and it gets you thinking. And once you start to go in that direction of thinking, you really start to gain a little bit of clarity, because this moment, right? This pop up, this, this this thing that just appears out of nowhere in your life is coming up for a reason. Right? And it's coming up to show you or to tell you something, or maybe you need a little bit more of what the lesson meant, or to understand a little bit more, or maybe it's time to close it out. It all depends on where you are on your journey. And for me, a relationship came up for me. And this relationship has been coming up a lot throughout the times. And instead of me saying, oh, I'll deal with it later, or I don't know how I feel, or instead of me actually reverting and resisting what's really happening, I really looked at it, and instead of me seeing what this person has done to me, I started to see what I have done to myself. Because this person was a mirror of me, right? This person mirrored the same actions, the same things, because when we're around people, we attract our mirrors, we attract that's just what happens. And we have to really look at how and who we are attracting, right? So if one person is wearing a mask, of course the other person's going to wear a mask, right? Because you feel like you can't be your full self, or you feel like you feel unsafe, or it all depends. But in this particular moment, it made me really look at the self-abandonment of what I was doing. I abandoned myself. You know what I said when I was processing all the feelings and all the hurt and processing what happened during this time? I said, I let another person disrespect me. I let another person play me. I let another person do this. And that right there was the key thing that went off. The red light started to flash, because it's not about what that person did to me. It's about what I did to myself. I disrespected myself by not seeing the signs and how inconsistent these people are, how they do not show up for me the way that I show up for them, that how I was giving more than I was meant to, and I was receiving nothing in return. Also, how disrespectful that they did not value my time, they did not value my intelligence, they did not value me as a person in general. Because when you value someone as a person, you're not going to treat them like they're garbage. You're not going to treat someone like that. You're going to treat them with respect. You're going to show them the same type of reciprocity that you would want to be shown. But in doubt, when I say this, is And for anyone that is listening and for anyone that this resonates with, I want you to, you're going to feel bad about yourself a little bit because you are noticing that you have been disrespecting yourself, that you have not been valuing yourself, that you have not been putting yourself first. It's going to hurt. You are going to feel bad. And I want you to know that because I felt like shit. Like, I was like, oh, fuck no. But then have compassion for yourself because your eyes are opening. Okay? So I want you to just, if you are going through this, if you are experiencing this, please process this very slowly because it's okay that this happened. You now know different, and you're not that person. You're not that girl. You are not that guy. You are not that person anymore. Okay, so now you know how to look for the right relationships, and that's what I want you to know. And it's going to take a lot of practice because those people were so familiar to you, because that type of energy was so familiar to you, a part of you is always going to feel like you need to go in that direction, but you have to bring it back, okay? So I want you to know, don't feel bad. Your feelings are validated. You are now aware so you can do differently because you're going to feel like shit. You are. You're going to blame yourself. You're going to say, why the fuck didn't I see this? You're going to be really upset and mad, and you have a right to be. But thank yourself for waking up. Thank yourself for seeing that I'm the fucking prize. Thank yourself for that. To know that you've been putting down your standards for fucking peasants, whether that be spiritually, whether that be in this is just not because when you have wisdom, right? And when you have class, spiritual class, and when you have you just have this, you're just aware. You know how to communicate. You're intelligent. You know how to communicate. You're spiritually intact, and you are messing with the wrong people because it was a part of you before you became spiritually who you are. You were once one of them. The people who avoid, the people who don't know the people who wear a mask, the people who can't communicate. It's all of these different things, right? Even this is for even relationships with your work. The boss who doesn't respect your talent, the growth that you're not receiving, seeing that, no, I bring more to the table, and really, really seeing that in yourself. And so that is where the awareness comes in, because you see that I have been putting everyone else in front of me rather than putting me in front of me. And so this was everything that I had to process as well. But it also made me see how much we have, at some point, you have to slap your hand. You have to slap your hand. Sometimes you have to kind of slap your hand. You've been a very bad girl. That's what I'm getting. Slap your, you know what I mean? And I just slapped my hand. But it's to you guys, it's and the reason why I'm saying slap your hands, because it's like a wake up call. I can no longer, this is not healthy relationships. It's not a healthy job atmosphere. It's not a healthy marriage. It's not a healthy family dynamic. It's not healthy anymore. This is very bad. Who wants all of this drama in their life? And saying that, who wants to not be able to speak freely or be freely or have this, like, you really have to look at it, right? You have to look at with the type of lifestyle that you want for yourself. And from going from that, and you can now say, you know what? No, I want a partner. I want a job that is consistent, that is stable, that I can grow in, right? And this is in partnerships in general. Work and play, and really saying to yourself how much that this is what I want. I do not want that. I want safety, right? Because think of it, a relationship is like a job. You want the great benefits, right? You want to make sure your health insurance is 100% paid, like employer paid health insurance. That's one great benefit. Okay, how much is a PTO? That's how you kind of want to go into looking at the relationships on the benefits, but also what you already know what you bring to it. So now looking at them, because they're also looking at you, it's a mirror are you going to bring your best? Because I'm going to bring your best. And that is what you're looking for. And on emotional, physical, mental, spiritual level, and going in that healthy direction, and knowing that, oh my God, like, this is healthy, this is right. Because when you're so much involved in chaos and in unhealthy relationships, all you know is to have uncertainty. You don't really know where you stand. You don't feel clear about what's going on. You're second guessing your job. You're second guessing like your boss's directions, all of this, right? And what they're saying, you see that your boss isn't as smart as you thought they were. They're not great as you thought. You start to see that, and you start to look and say, this is chaotic. Chaos brings uncertainty. Chaos brings confusion. Chaos brings more money that you have to spend. And really saying that, no, let me tell you, feeling peace after chaos is scary. It is very scary to finally just be able, it's scary, but it's the most beautiful thing. It is. It is one of the most beautiful things that you can experience. And at some point, surrendering is a way that peace comes along. Because at some point, you just have to say that this no longer is my life. I am not self-abandoning myself anymore. I am not betraying myself. The shame, the guilt. For what? For what? I no longer need these. This was never mine to carry. You wasn't born with any of those things. The world gave you those, so you can take them off your shoulder. I don't know who this message is for. Because I also feel like this is a message as well. Like, it's time. And you are worthy of it. And it's happening. And when you stop abandoning yourself, take control over your life, and stop saying that, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you keep yourself stuck because you're familiar with those chaotic situations, and peace is on the other side. Peace is on the other side, and becoming aware around you is definitely that. And I'm so sorry, I lost my message. I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to run with flow. I'm trying to run with the flow. But maybe that was the message, because I feel like that was for somebody as well. But yeah, just choosing like the right relationships now. Oh my God. I had a revelation the other night where don't make the same mistakes. Like, you can change at any point. Just do something different. Be you. Like, just embrace. Just embrace the newness of what's happening and what's coming and the beauty of that. And just to try it, because guess what? If you never try it, you'll never know if you like it. And if you stay in chaos, why stay in chaos when you can have something that is so much more special and beautiful and just, abundant and love, like you have the love within yourself. Go in that direction. I guess, yeah, this is a message. So that's what I have for you guys. Yeah, that's what I have. Thank you guys so much for being here. Choose the right relationships. Let go of the ones that no longer need to be there, and move forward and watch how the world just gives you everything you've ever wanted. And it's scary, but you got this. We do got this. We all got this. We got this. If you need help navigating this type of adjustment in life, maybe you're in an uncertain time period in your life right now. Maybe you feel like, you don't really know what's happening. You want a little bit of more understanding. I offer spiritual coaching. If you explain to me your type of situation and what's going on, I can help you navigate through that and come as you walking through the tunnel, and it may be a struggle for you at this time. And if it is, which it definitely is, then definitely look in the description box below. My information for booking a coaching session with me is below. And I exactly do that. I help you navigate through that darkness and try to give you some explanation of what's happening. And the reason is because I've been through it. I understand exactly what you're going through. And you're not alone. None of us are alone. And, it's about time that we know that we are not. And so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.